Imagine, for example, like we are going out for dinner, and I'd usually like bring someone up, and I'd be like, okay, we'll just do like a skit.
Mm.
Like, okay, now we're at the dinner and at the restaurant, and all the students are kind of, just watching. And then I go over and I take like a napkin, and then I just put it in the student's nose. And usually like all the students are shocked and also laughing at something that's so horrific that a grown woman to a grown man in front of everyone.
Yes, yes, you teach grown people. Yes,
Yeah,
make that
grown ups.
very,
I teach grown ups, adults.
yeah,
And then and I'm like, but this is what we do to young children all the time.
yeah.
We just completely invaded the space. We don't even ask them or even let them know, by the way, I'm gonna do this. I noticed that actually there's something on your nose and I'm gonna come and do this for you. Is this okay?
Yeah.
Just even that space of preparation, I'm starting to be really mindful of what does relationships of reciprocity and mutual respect actually mean. Actually starting to have these conversations of really, what does respectful interactions look like? What
Mm.
does caring interactions look like? And what do interactions that honor the nobility and the dignity of the human soul?
Because while they're children, you can get away with just going along and sniffing, blowing their nose for them and telling them to do stuff. And then kind of go, oh, okay, because the power dynamic is I'm big, you're small, you're going to listen. And it's as simple as that. And it's just a whole lot easier to navigate parenting when they're smaller, if that's the kind of parenting technique that you use. And I've used a little bit of everything. I have used the because I say so, because I'm so tired of reasoning with you.
I think this is also just to say, because I think it could be I think parenting is perhaps one of the most difficult and can also be one of the most shame like based like jobs, because
Yeah.
your identity is also based on how your children behave. So if they're
Yeah.
not behaving, then it can feel like then this is a reflection of you, and then of course then you compare against one another, and then there's all these judgments. So I think it's
Yes.
also really important to be aware to the extent to which we're starting to feel that shame based on these things, and then coming back just to give compassion to our own selves, because it's hard.
It absolutely is hard. And once they've grown up and reached this beautiful gap between the 12 to 15 mark, they are now starting to question everything. They're questioning your the words that you are saying versus your actions. They are so much more attuned to that. And that's when we really need to pay attention and look at ourselves as parents and go, okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. The um do as I say, not as I do thing is not going to work anymore with this age group, because they're watching us, and they're literally saying, I'm modeling myself now. I'm getting to that point of adulthood, and I want to see what kind of adult I'm going to be. What is my contribution to the world? Why am I here? What is my purpose? They are internally asking themselves all those questions, which is why the junior youth program is such a great program in itself. It's saying, let's get together in a space and bring out their noble qualities, their creativity, their reasoning skills, and all these things.
How can we best be of service to humankind?
This junior youth program affected my life drastically. Every time I'm around somebody new, I try and think of what I learned and how it would affect other people, and I try and spread the knowledge.
I've learned that my actions have a lot of effect on people, and it taught me to reflect on my day and show what's good and bad and how I could change for next day.
It showed me that we need spiritual excellence, because without it, it'll be really hard to succeed in life. And spiritual excellence is when you use your knowledge and you use your heart and compassion and blend those two together and help someone.
So in an ideal world, these junior youth groups happen in a neighborhood where we can all stay in touch and visit each other and really keep our fingers on the pulse of the needs of that neighborhood. So through Zoom and through all these internet connections, we're going to try and replicate that as much as possible. And the reason why I'm talking about relationships of mutual respect and reciprocity, zero-sum power, all these things all these
Like,
things. It's all connected. That is
Mm.
why. This is why I brought you in, Danielle. That's why I'm doing this. Because I'm like, okay, so while we're talking to the children about their capacity and their noble nature and bringing out all these wonderful qualities in them, and now taking it into the home, everything you just mentioned is, for me, a combination of a world that is awakening. Imagine a world where junior youth are having these conversations, these meaningful conversations. Imagine when they get home, them extending those conversations with their parents, and have these open, this open relationship. This is how it all gets together.
The Junior Youth Spiritual Empowerment Program. In these groups, the junior youth develop their spiritual qualities, their intellectual capabilities, and their capacity to serve society by engaging in meaningful discussions and artistic expression through drama, cooperative games, the study of literature, storytelling, and acts of community service, which all help the junior youth form a strong moral identity and empowers them to contribute to the well-being of their communities and the world at large.